Hey, what's up, my friends? Nick Rapkulis here, and if you're on this video, it probably means that you're looking for a little bit more information about the Hydra app software, and that's exactly what we'll be getting into here in a moment. Now, before we do, I just want to let you know that as always, I do have a free video training on my website that goes into depth on how I've been able to utilize the internet to generate income and really travel and have that freedom where I don't have to work a regular 9 to 5 job. So if you'd like to check that out, head on over to mentorwithnick.com. There's a link down in the description and then a button and should pop up around there. So let's get into the information about Hydra app, the software. I do want to let you know, just as always, on this channel, I'm typically not associated with any of these programs that I'm reviewing. I'm coming from just a third party, no bias whatsoever. I just want to give you the facts, help you make an informed decision. And I think most importantly, I like to just give you the insights that's really going to help you making informed decisions on this particular product and software, as well as future ones, because there's always going to be future softwares that come out like this. So that's really why I make these review videos, not necessarily to get you to join, hype it up, because some people like to do that. It's not my style. I just like to, get you more informed so that you can make this decision. It's not you're always relying on someone else to come in here and make a review. That's the goal of this video. Okay, so Hydra app, what exactly is it? Well, basically, just as always with a lot of these type of things I review, they're softwares, automatic trading softwares. So when I look at the site, it actually looks fairly professional. It doesn't look as sleazy and schemy as a lot of these different programs that come out. But as you start looking at it a little bit more, there's a few things that you notice right away on the page, and then I'm also going to get into the whole process on why these things come out and how they are really structured. And in addition, this is kind of cool because I do these type of reviews typically like right when they launch, just to get the information out right away. But this time I actually waited a little bit longer to see what happened. And it's very interesting, and I'll get to that here in a second. But first off, the front page, like I said, it looks fairly professional, fairly clean, except for like the headline is like how to make $5,000 a day or something like that with this automatic app. That's a little cheesy. But then you watch the video, it looks okay. It's got the backdrop of Philadelphia. It's kind of a cool little intro video. And then you see the guy, it's usually a paid actor, and in this case it is no different. You can actually check, I was checking on the online, and I was seeing a couple different sources that this guy is a paid actor. He's been in a couple different like no-name Shakespeare type things and just very low-level stuff. But obviously he is an actor. He's not a CEO of the company that he's saying. And then you go down to the testimonial section, and they have a guy with the same picture twice, and he has two different names and two different testimonials. So right then and there, you're like, okay, this looks just like the typical scam softwares. So then what happens, and this is actually the interesting thing, is that you enter your details. Usually, they have the video, and then you have to put your name and email or something like that. You put that in, and then at least for me, it redirected to a web page that was all about getting cash loans. Okay, so here's the thing with that is that with these type of softwares, they run them for a little while. They'll blast it out. They'll send a bunch of emails. They get a bunch of other people to send emails about, and that's typically how people figure out about this type of stuff. They get an email, and then they go through the whole process. I'll explain what the process is here in a second, and then they make a lot of money, and then they typically have to move on to the next thing because either they get shut down, or it's just not working as well, or they just move on to the next thing, or the FTC actually comes down and shuts them down. So here's the interesting thing that happened with this one is obviously it's not sending them to the automatic trading software anymore. Typically, in this case, they probably got shut down, or it's just not working as well, or just something happened where it's not going as planned. And instead of sending them again still to the software, they're just redirecting it to a different page that hopefully will make them a little bit more money. In this case, it's to a cash loans website. So that's what you're getting. So I just want, like, that's the thing I wanted to touch on is that, like, most of the time I make these reviews like right away so I can let everyone know as soon as possible. But in this case, I wanted to wait it out a little bit, and I saw that eventually, it came to the point where, it's not working as well, or something happened where they're not even, worried about it anymore. They're just actually send it to a place that's going to, make them the most money, and then they're moving on to the next thing. But typically the process is you put in your information, then they go to another video that gives you a little bit more information and stuff. But like, okay, now you need to put in or create your account, put your name, email, your phone number, and then create your account with your password and stuff. And then it's all free. They say it's free the entire time, and then they're like, okay, boom, you're all ready, you're all set to go. Let's just make sure to fund your account so that you can start trading. And then they say, you have to fund our account. They're not using a trusted, reputable broker accounts. They're simply using theirs so that you're putting money into their account. And then, obviously they're not going to help you win, because if you would potentially pull money out of that account, you're taking money out of their pocket, and that's not what they're all about. They are making money off of people that are joining the software, putting money in. They're not making money on the software. Okay. So then, obviously they just continue to do that for a little while, and then, like it has shown here, they get shut down or things aren't working, and then they just move on to the next one with a little bit different angle. And that's just the process. They continue to come out with these type of things because they're making a lot of money off these type of softwares, and then they just change up the messaging, they change up the angle, and then they're on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. That's just the process. So it's not a duplicatable model by any means. Even if this stuff were to work, I don't recommend this stuff, because obviously you're gonna have to start and stop and start over and start over and start over. Like, obviously that's not a good way to generate income. Rather, I always recommend that you learn a skill set that will profit you long term. When I decided to do that, that's when I created true freedom within my life. I wasn't worrying about if this system's gonna shut down, do I have to move on to the next one and the next one and the next one? Is just like so much stress. So again, I strongly recommend that you learn a skill set that will help you profit long term, and you're not reliant on other people putting out different softwares and stuff like that. So if you do want to learn more information about the skill set I have learned, you can obviously head over to mentorwithnick.com. Links down in the description, and then a button should pop around there. And then if you want to get in touch with me for any reason, coaching, mentoring, or just have general questions, all my social media links are down below as well, underneath the Mentor with Nick link, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and my main YouTube channel. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to talking to you soon.